Alright, what's up guys? It's Brad here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania at the Riders Pre-Owned BMX Workshop, and I'm here to give you another bike check. This time it's going to be my Cult Backcheck frame that I happened to win at a jam in Philadelphia this past fall, so I decided to build it up, and I had never built an all-black frame, and I thought this would be a great chance to do it, so I did. Let's get right into it. Grips. Travis Hughes grips. I really like these grips. They're by Odyssey. They have the par ends, as you can see, which supposedly last forever, look kind of sleek. I do have the Chase D grips to put on. Unfortunately, the shop just got them in a couple weeks later, and I couldn't really wait, so I threw these on, which are awesome grips. So yeah, those are the Travis Hughes Odyssey ones. They're super squishy, real nice. They're not too long. The handlebars are the Cult Crew 9-inch rise bars. These were the bars that came with the frame that I won, and at first I thought they might be a little bit small, especially because the frame's a 20.5, but the geometry works out really well, so for some reason I'm 5'9", and it feels super comfortable for me. Size is not an issue. Okay, we'll go to the stem. We have the Cult Redemption stem. This stem is Chase Dehart's signature stem. He has a bike check up on the Source channel right now where Van Homan interviews him, and he kind of explains how this stem came about. He used to run a front load and wanted something with no rise but still had that top load style that was getting popular in the late, I don't know, after 2015 and whatnot. So that's what he came up with, the Redemption one. I think it looks sick. It's a CNC stem. I prefer CNC stems over cold forged stems. I believe they're a lot stronger, and I think, you know, in BMX you get what you pay for, and some stems are $30 and some are $70 for a reason, so this is an awesome stem. Forks. I am running the Kink Vogue forks. They have a 25mm offset. I do like these forks. I've had them for a while. What's super cool about them, I kind of changed the stickers around a little bit to match the build, but what's super cool about these forks is they have a knurling right inside the dropouts. They are an InvestCast dropout, and the knurling, what it does is it prevents that hub guard from sliding when, you know, you're grinding or doing whatever, and when that doesn't slide or spin around, it doesn't interfere so much with your spokes or cause any extra damage. So I thought that was pretty cool. I know Kink also does that with their Contender frame for the rear dropouts, which is a frame I would say if you can't get one of these and you're looking for something with similar geo, the Contender by Kink, or maybe like the Fungi by S&M, and the other one I was thinking about was the BSD Grime. They all have similar geometry. They're low builds. They have not too short of a back end. A couple of them are brakeless like this. This actually does not come with brake mounts, so you can't put brakes on it. And they're just, you know, they're built for ripping up all terrains. Anyway, keep moving to the seat. One of my favorite parts here, the Primo Biscuit seat. Really like this seat. It's kind of corduroy, if you can see it. Has this cool little embroidered Primo thing on the back that's kind of cool. I think that's my favorite part. Gloss, We the People pivotal seat post here. And go into the seat post clamp. I'll talk about that later. I have the JCPC pedals. These are the old OG JCPC pedals with pins in them. I have a set of the Cult Hawk cranks in 165mm. They are a 22mm bottom bracket they take. Super cool cranks. I love the style of them. I haven't ridden this bike all that much to say, but so far I like it. They have this little like lettering inside, says never fade, and like just a really cool crank arm design that I think is awesome. Goes well with the build, with the gloss black. Same thing with the We the People Patrol sprocket that I'm also running. This sprocket's awesome, looks cool, pretty much came down to that, and it was 28 tooth light, and I had it prior, so threw it on here, it looked good. Colt chain, just one of Colt's basic full length chains. I prefer full length chains, especially with all the hardware on here. It kind of, I know, not a huge weight weenie, but when it comes to it, like some of those little things that you change, will it change how your bike feels? And for me, that's one of them. Also, let's see, the wheels. Well, I'll start with the tires. I have the Chase D tires also. They are the 20 by 2.4 tires. They're a little skinnier, and I like that. I like that about them because they have a little more clearance. They, to me, remind me of like a mix between a Demolition Momentum tire, which is super light and thin but with some decent grip, and possibly something like a Primo V Monster that's like heavy duty. So it's just like kind of right in the middle. Really, really nice tire. Like them too. Not too heavy, not too light. Let's see, what else are we? Oh, the wheels. I have a set of the G Sport rib cages. These are G Sport rib cages. I bought them as a set. Female rear hub, which came with it. I know a lot of people prefer the male front hub. I talked about this on one of my other bike checks, but like I said, if you like to run your chain slammed and you don't like breaking your chain every time you get a flat or whatever, you just, because they're female axles, you can just unscrew them, take it off, you don't have to break the chain, makes life a lot easier. Bottom line. Okay, pegs. I am running 2 metal pegs in the back. They are Fit OG pegs. They are, I think, the longest 4130 chromoly pegs that I've seen on the market. Most of the steel pegs are like 4.4 or 4.5 at the most, and most of them are 4140, like this Shadow little ones. It's 4.4 long, but it's 4140 chromoly, and that steel is a lot stronger than this steel when it comes to the tension. So actually, the lower grade steel slides a lot faster. So I did learn this from someone, and it did make sense that, you know, it is a lower grade steel, but it slides faster, and who really grinds through steel pegs? Not too many people. And you know, they're fun for peg chinking. They make it a lot easier on the curves and stuff. So have that in the front. On the right side, I ride goofy footed, which means I grind on the right, but my right foot's back while I'm grinding, and that's the comfortable side for me, if that makes sense to you. Most people grind this way. I grind with this here, with my pedal back here. So a lot of the problems, well, the reason I was saying that was front peg is Merit GFE peg, and I tried to do a Smith grind once with 4 metal pegs, and I grind on the right, and it didn't work out well. So I like to have that plastic one on the front. And as I was saying before, because I am goofy footed, this back pedal is constantly dragging, which is why these pedals are perfect for me, or for anyone that's goofy footed, because I took them apart. I ordered one extra white pedal body, screwed them back together, you know, put the pins on the white side, because obviously that's the brighter side, so I know that that's the traction side. Remove the pins from the back side. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pins keeping it together. And now I don't have to worry, like when grinding something concrete hard or something like that, that it's that the metal pins are just getting rubbed and, you know, wrecking ledges and stuff like that, because the plastic on these pedals slides really nice. I will say, I did not think with all the new styles of pedals, the larger platforms, the slimmer profile and whatnot, that I would really like these pedals as much, but they grip like Velcro. So I do understand why a lot of the pros do like them and still ride them even when they're sponsored by other people. So, okay, let's see what else here. Modifications, not much. Seat post clamp. What I do like to do, flip this thing around. Sometimes when your seat post clamp bolt is too tight and it starts sticking through the other side, it leaves like a sharp metal edge. So I found, I think it's like a mountain bike bolt of some sort. I just kind of set it there, and I screw the one side in, and then I screw this in on the other side, and this is like a 6 mil, and then the mountain bike one's a 5 mil, and that gives it an even tension through, because I don't know about you, but I have snapped many of these, and when you snap one of those, it's like you never realize how much damage I mean, how much that little bolt, how important it is on your bike. So yeah, it's a cool idea. I think it's a cool idea. Hub dusters, got to keep the hubs nice and shiny, looking mint. So that's what that is, flopping around in there. They do work. They do work. And last but not least, I'll talk about my tubes. I have the Equa amp tubes. I only have these tubes. They're just super fancy, and I like them because they have a basic Schrader valve here, but it's either gold in some packs and it's silver in other packs, and kind of looks cool. And I threw on some white cinema valve caps to go with the white and black look. So that is my 2022-2023 Colt Backcheck Chase Dehart SIG frame, 20.5 inch top tube, I said, about a 13 inch rear end. The standover's a little lower, it's about 8.25. Bottom bracket was lifted up a bit, but not too high. And as I'm looking, don't forget, no brake mounts. Brake mounts do not come with this frame. Okay, so that's my bike. Also wanted to say that a quick shout out to a couple guys, you know, that currently are on the RPO float team, Terrence Rohash and Aiden Berger. Not only like am I friends with them, but that's not the reason they're on, you know, the team. I met these guys through riding, and a lot of the customers I meet I even do ride with still, which is super cool because the goal is to build the scene here in Bethlehem. But yeah, those two guys, Terrence and Aiden, putting up great content. I will keep their information down in the tag, down in the description. Leave any comments you have, and I will also put their Instagrams too, because a lot of content on our page will be coming from them, man. They can rip. So, all right, that's me signing out on my second bike check. Hope you guys liked it. I will see you on the flip side.